today we're playing the gentleman's sport, cricket. A bit of cricket. And I know very little about it, I'll be honest. I don't know the scoring system. I don't understand what LBW is. I don't want to say I don't understand what a period is, because that can be used against me in the future. But yeah, I don't understand cricket. It's not something I watch at all. I find it very boring. I only know it anecdotally, so let's have a look. I'll be England. Michael Atherton, I know him. I know Darren Gough. I know Phil Tufnell. And I remember Rampakash, I think, right? So, but I know these not because of the sport, but because they appear on crap like League of Their Own and in Darren Gough's case, TalkSport. Michael Atherton, I don't know what I know him from, but I know him from something. Phil Tufnell was on Question of Sport for a number of years. So yeah, I know them from doing stuff that isn't cricket. But that's about it. Now, I have played Brian Lara cricket back in the day. I don't know why I remember liking it, but I do. I remember enjoying this game. But I don't understand cricket, so I must have had someone explaining to me what to do. But this time I'm on my own. Oh, Shane Warne for Australia, I do remember him. So I'll have to work it out as we go. I'll obviously take head. Always do. I've won the toss, so I will choose to bat first. Style, aggressive. I don't know about that. I'm a bit more laid back than that. So yeah, this is a bit of a cult classic, in England anyway. I don't think cricket is a particularly beloved sport in other countries, bar sort of England, India, Pakistan, Australia, obviously. I don't think this is I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it's anything that the Americans enjoy. I don't even know if this was released there. So I don't understand the gauges on the right. Oh no, I did swing for it then, but the guy did in fact get the wicket, which does that mean I'm out? Or that guy's out? Again, please understand, cricket is not my sport. I am purely a football man, but I do know this. It's not going well for me, is it? I think Phil Tufnell is doing an appalling job here. So, we've got Darren Gough now, I believe. A legend of TalkSport radio, of course. Constantly disagrees with Adrian Durham, as anybody of any sane mind should do. I am struggling to swing the bat, sorry. So I don't know if I'm doing the wrong thing. It's quite a presentable looking game. You look at it, you know exactly what you're watching. Animation's a little bit stiff, and yeah, it's alright. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it does the job. Gameplay is very difficult for me to comment on. I've worked out how... Right. There we go. Get out. Okay. So I smashed it then. That's progress. Let's see if we can do that again. But I think I was meant to run at that point, right? I think you got to... Oh, he's got the wicket again. I think I'm meant to run between the wickets once I've hit the ball. I think that's the general idea, to get runs. That's all I know about cricket. If that's wrong, I apologise, but I think that's right. So that's what I'm going to try and do next time, if I can work out how. I really wish I could remember when I played this game, but I do remember... I had a next door neighbour as a kid called Sam, and he had a Mega Drive as well, and it must have been him who had it, and he obviously must have taught me how to play it. And yeah, now at 34 I play Brian Lara cricket, and jeez, I don't know what I'm doing. Whereas before, for all I know, I was a legend at this game. So this was published by Codemasters, who, to my knowledge, have continued with the Brian Lara franchise. I know there was definitely a Brian Lara game on the PlayStation 1. So I think it was a long-running series. There is another Brian Lara Cricket on the Mega Drive, the sequel, Brian Lara Cricket 96. So you will be getting a double dose of Lara over the course of the next couple of weeks. Not the most exciting thing to say to anybody that, but I'm committed to my course here. I must play every game. I'm quite proud of the shot I did there. I think I'm getting better. I might be wrong with that assessment, but I got it out of the boundary. Is that right? Was that a 6? I always say, oh, he's got a 6. My dad likes cricket, but I don't, you see. Okay. Again, I just don't understand the scoring. Like, what on earth? First innings. What does that mean? England 4 for 4. What does that mean? 2.4 overs. What's an over? It's just not as simple as, Burnley 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. I'm only bringing that score up because, sadly, the football season, as a Burnley fan, didn't get off to the best of starts. End of the third over. I mean, why is it giving me the time of day? Do I need to know that? Does that influence cricket? At 11:29 a.m, does that mean something? I don't know. Oh, I've hit it. Oh, and look, if you pressed up, and did you see my guys on the little thing there do a run? So that's what I've got to do. Every time I hit the ball, I've got to try and run, and that's how I get my points, I guess. But I'm not very good at this, am I? But this was a really beloved game, actually. I don't know how many it sold, but, obviously, in England anyway, this was a game that people absolutely adored. It was a similar kind of level to, like, FIFA and everything. It was a huge thing. I think most people who were into more sports than just football, like myself, tended to have, a Mega Drive with Sonic, Street Fighter, FIFA, Brian Lara Cricket. Was Jonah Lomu on Rugby on this as well, or was that on PlayStation? I forget, but that was another thing. But yeah, this was a game that was really, really loved by people back in the day. And I can see why. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I can understand that it seems to be doing what it sets out to do quite well. Everything's pretty clear in terms of the visuals. I like the way it switches camera to allow you to do your runs at that point. Oh, I'm out. I didn't get back in time. So when you've hit the ball and it switches to show the fielders, is that what we call it? The catchers, whatever. Their efforts to get the ball back, to get you out. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't see much in the way of... Is cricket still a thing they make games for? It must be a bit of a risky one for developers, because you're going to be making a game that's presumably not going to sell at all in the biggest market of all, which is America. So you're kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face if you decide to make a cricket game, I guess. But it is a huge, huge sport in this country. It's not on football's level, but I would probably guess, and I might be wrong, that cricket is the second most popular sport in England, probably ahead of rugby. That's just my interpretation. I think people tend to go more crazy when England are playing in like the Ashes and that type of thing, which I'm obviously pretending this is, as I'm playing Australia. Mark was it Ramprakash or Ramprakash? But I do remember the name. We'll pick Phil Tufnell. He's my buddy, and Michael Atherton. I'm guessing because I know these guys' names, they must have been the best for England at that time. Right. Okay, so the stuff on the right actually just refers to when you bowl. Not a good start, that. So the black dot I'm moving around, I guess It's got to kind of line up with a wicket, but it's a bit difficult to move. Ooh. Fair to say I won't be doing very well on Brian Lara cricket, but hopefully I'm giving you an example of the type of gameplay it has. I mean, my opinion of it's pretty strong, actually, if I'm honest. I mean, I don't, as you can tell, know much about the sport. I don't understand the scoring systems and everything like that, which always puts you a bit of a disadvantage. But I think this seems like a really well-made game. I like the way, like I say now, I'm fielding and you have to follow the ball and throw it back to try and get them out. I think it's all just done really well. They've achieved exactly what they were setting out to do with Brian Lara cricket. Bowling is not my forte. Neither's batting though, so I don't think I have a strength, sadly. I think Phil Tufnell's recently been jettisoned off Question of Sport, so I doubt I'll ever hear of him again. Not that I was like some kind of Tufnell maniac, I have to say. I think we'll call it there. I think I've got the gist of it, if not how cricket actually works. But that's Brian Lara cricket, a beloved game on the Mega Drive. Even as someone like myself who has no interest in the sport and doesn't really understand what he's doing, I can appreciate that the game sets out to give a realistic game of cricket.